Hi, here's Aditya from Chicago, actually Schaumburg Convention Center. I'm just at a Dan Kennedy event. And I was thinking about time, time blocks, and how you use your time. So for me today, first snow here in Chicago, ice cold, the Great Lakes nearby, and how much time do I take for myself in all my travels? How much time do you take for yourself? How much quality time? What do you do to regenerate yourself? Do you have some time for sports, for sauna, for walking in the forest, for earthing and grounding yourself? Do you have some time for meditation? Do you have some time for reading a good book, like in the good old days? Do you have quality time for yourself? If not, create that time block on a regular basis and protect it. It's the most important time of your life, the time you have with yourself and for yourself. Secondly, your time with your dear ones. In the end, we all live for our dear ones, they live for us, and the love we exchange, the good feelings we exchange, they make it all worthwhile. Many people are so stressed in their daily lives that the quality of their interaction with their dear ones suffers. And you may not be your best in the interaction with your dear ones. So what can you do to improve this? What can you do to be there for them when you have time to be with them? Do you protect that time? Certainly your income generation life or your professional life, first of all a hint, it's better to be self-employed, it's better to be an entrepreneur than to sell your working hours to somebody else who makes more money with the time that you sell that person than you make money with that time. So if you're self-employed, if you're entrepreneur, you control the systems. You are the one who takes the full income from the time you are investing. Now, how do you deal with that time? First of all, routine work. That can be telephones, answering emails, post accounting, the regular stuff. I take block times, mostly once a week, Thursday mornings. I do all of that. And I don't want to get these routine activities into anything else. Of course, I'm answering emails every day. And of course, certain things you have to do on a more regular basis than once a week, but certain things like accounting and organizing travel, booking flights and so on, this you can do once a week. It will bring you much more peace and effectivity into your life if you do that in a blocked time. For example, on any weekday, I take my Thursday mornings for that kind of work. Secondly, are you learning new stuff? What makes you distinguishable from your competition? Or in other words, do you do what everybody else does? If so, then you have a hard time because you have a lot of competition. So find things where you do things that others don't do, which makes you unique, which makes you distinguishable. Ideally, position yourself as the original that you are. What makes you unique? Where do people say, wow, I have to go to that person because only she offers that and I'm really looking for that? What makes you unique? And do you communicate that to people? Or do you try to compete in a crowded field? So this has a lot to do with really learning and learning, but then comes the next step, be creative. Based on what you have learned, what can you create in terms of new positioning, in terms of new communication methods, in terms of new products, in terms of new services that you offer to people. Creativity, and most important part of the professional life. Many people, they get stuck in a routine and they are never creative for months and for years. Big part of success, block times for being creative. And then of course implementing, putting it all into action, putting into action what you have learned, putting into action what you have created, make it available to the people who pay you money for it, because you are improving their lives with what you are offering. And that, of course, means also getting leads, transforming these leads into prospects, transforming these prospects into customers, and having these customers buy repeatedly from you. That's the whole cycle of successful business life. And let me recap shortly for you. First time block, your time for yourself, most valuable. How much quality does it have? Secondly, your time for your dear ones. How dear can you be to your dear ones? How qualitative is the time you spend with them? Or is it just in between chairs, in between stressy moments? And certainly your productive life, your professional life. Do you own your professional life, or does somebody else own your professional life? When do you do your routine jobs? Do you constantly learn new things? Are you creative? Are you reinventing yourself? And do you implement all that you have learned and all that you have created, so that the outcome will be financial success? Of course, financial success comes to you only when you create value for other people. So that's it from me from Chicago. I hope this was helpful to you, inspiring to you. Please leave me comments below this video. How do you deal with your time? Do you have block times? And I see you in the next video. Aditya from Chicago. Bye-bye.